Sands is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Tea podcast.
With Incomparable Luxury, Sands leaves nothing to the imagination. To learn more, visit sandsnewyork.com. The Long Island Tea podcast.
I can't believe
3
it.
years strong.
3 years strong.
We start every episode with saying, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
We're at the Gurney's Seawater Spa. We're at the incredible Ahiki Castle.
We are on the beautiful Shelter Island.
At the Selfie Clubhouse. I mean, when do you get the chance to have Adventureland yourself?
Taste of Long Island. We have Besito.
Hi, neighbors. How are you?
Woo! Welcome back to the second episode of 2024 of the Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Thank you. And I emphasized Long Island for a very specific reason, which we will discuss later. But I feel like this is going to be an interesting one, but I feel like I should kick it off by reading my horoscope.
Oh. Should we say how you do?
Before we say how you doing, I would like to read my horoscope, if that's okay with you, Sharon.
Please.
And then we can assess the how you doing.
Okay.
Because it might change things.
All right.
Or it might explain things. Okay, so my horoscope today says, you may be feeling especially angry about something right now. An injustice, a betrayal, an upsetting experience. You're emotionally articulate and you're so sensitive that things like this affect you in a deeper way than someone less sensitive might be affected. You may be on the verge of saying something or sending a message about what you're feeling and thinking, but out of a place of anger. You're encouraged to hold off for a little while, and I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, and allow a recent development to percolate. And in a day or two, if you still feel that, then send the message, but not from a point of anger.
Wow.
So I'm trying to censor myself. I'm like, the day I have a podcast taping, I'm supposed to not express my feelings. So that's where I'm at, but I'll ask you, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm all right.
Yeah, good. Yeah, for sure. We're going to be great.
I would like to read we talked about New Year's resolutions last week and things, and what your word for the year is. And I think this kind of correlates with what you're saying.
Okay.
Every year you make a resolution to change yourself. This year, make a resolution to be yourself.
Ooh, I love that. You're so good with your New Year's wisdom.
See?
Be yourself. Yeah. Stop changing yourself.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so we are back in 2024, and it's been a wild week. So a lot of our hot teas probably don't understand like the politics of things.
Sure.
But we're just I think we should just give a little bit of a lay of the land because it will change some of the way we approach the podcast.
Yes.
And so just because, we get, I'm sure we'll get questions like, why are you talking about this and not that?
Yeah.
And how we talk about things. So just real quick for our hot teas, in case you're not from Long Island is a region of New York made up of two counties.
Yes.
Nassau County and Suffolk County. And for 45 years, Discover Long Island has been the nonprofit organization representing the region of Long Island for tourism promotion. And I think we've done a pretty awesome job. We just had a record-breaking year, $6.6 billion.
Right.
By the way, I think when I came here 8 years ago, it was 4.3. Not a bad 8 years,
No.
I would say. But a couple $1 billion here or there. What's that? Anyway, but more recently, Nassau County decided to award the contract for tourism promotion to someone else. Cheers to them, by the way.
Yeah.
Good for them for submitting whatever, and not go with Long Island. They don't want to be part of the
As
Long
a
Island
region.
brand. Right. They don't want to, they think that, they want to be Nassau County. Okay, that's fine. But, from a visitor perspective, we've done a perception study.
Right.
Most people outside of Long Island just know us as Long Island.
Right.
People don't realize.
And I think it also says in there that visitors don't travel looking to go to a county over specific. You're going to the destination.
The destination, right? And even Long Islanders. I mean, we call ourselves Long Islanders, right? Long Island wise guy, Long Island foodie, all the Instagram. We're Long Island.
Right.
So very disappointing, certainly. But in case you hear us and you think, why are you only talking about Suffolk County? If you are a Long Islander and you hear us talking about Suffolk County, that's why, because we work for Suffolk County now as far as Discover Long Island goes. And we are going to continue to be Discover Long Island.
Right.
And we're going to continue to do amazing work for all of our Suffolk County partners. And we're going to really try to work directly with Nassau County hotel businesses, attractions, hotels,
restaurants.
Right. Yeah. Because we still love Nassau County and we still want to work with all of our partners there. Right. So if you're listening and you're a Nassau County partner, please reach out to us and let us know. And you can contract with us directly as a partner. And then we're still work together as one Long Island as much as we can. So I'll say that. But you know, as I was thinking, and you're gonna hate this. You're gonna scoff at this. Okay. But just hear me out. Because just a couple weeks ago, when I'm on a panel or oftentimes in like an interview question, the one question I get, and I've always hated it. And I was just talking about this a couple weeks ago, and they're like, you know, you're successful, blah, 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 but tell us about your failure that has shaped you. And I'm like, I could never think of one. Right. I mean, honestly, I was like, I hate to be like, but I've never really lost something or failed at something. Right. And so I finally have my failure story. You know what I mean?
You're right.
But you know what? The reason that why people ask that question in interviews and on panels is because failure makes you stronger. Right. You grow from it. Right. You learn from it. You learn about how resilient you are.
Yes, exactly.
How strong you are.
Yeah.
And it makes you smarter.
I think so too. I think it makes you reevaluate a lot of things, you know, internally and externally. You feel like you really just want to know, you know, we had a meeting this morning. We're talking about, you know, what the next steps are and really bringing our A game and making sure that we are showing up where needed and just, you know, looking at the 30,000 foot as opposed to the 10,000 foot, you know, I think it's important.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we've never taken anything for granted here at Discover Long Island. I think our entire team of 18 people who are, I mean, almost, I think everyone but me is a born and raised Long Islander, works tirelessly. We believe in it. This is our home. Yeah. This is what we care about.
Where we belong.
This is where we belong. And we believe in what we do, and we believe in making sure we're helping you to live your best Long Island life. So feel free to reach out to us if you have a comment, or you just give us a little encouragement. Yeah. Can't hurt. By the way, my phone has been...
I was just going to say, speaking of encouragement, you've been receiving a lot.
Up today.
Everybody, I think, well, obviously you mostly, but a couple of us.
Yeah, everybody has. You know. I mean, Bree sent me some of hers. I'm sure you have, you know. It's just the support that we have. Right. And when you're down.
A Long Islander.
Yeah, exactly. When you go through some adversity and people show up for you, whatever it is, it could be a divorce. I mean, listen, when you get divorced, you want to know who your real friends are. Right. Just get divorced and find out. Or, you know, something happens at work, or, you know, you can find out who your real friends are and supporters. And man, do we have a lot of them. Yeah. I just love our Long Islanders. I really do. Yeah. They've all been reaching out and they're like, you guys are amazing. This is crazy. We love you so much. Yeah. And even a lot of our Nassau County partners, a lot of them have reached out and gone, oh my God, what is happening? We want to continue to work with you. How is this going to work out? So we're going to be here for you. Don't worry. In any way that we can. And we'll move forward. And hopefully it's just a bump in the road.
And, you know, it's funny. People sign off things with onward and upward. Yes. All the time. And not that I've not liked it, but it's just always like, okay, yeah. Yeah. Now I'm like onward and upward. Onward and upward. Absolutely.
All right. So as Forrest Gump says, that's all I have to say about that. But I think it was important to denote that it does change, you know, our organization structure. And so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Or like I said, encouragement, get on the pod. Let us know that you're a Long Islander and that you love Long Island, and that Long Island, you know, is a region, and that we should make sure we continue to invite the world to Long Island.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I think the next thing we should do is talk about the Long Island Taste of the Week.
Oh, Taste of Long Island.
If I could just skip ahead.
Let's just jump around here. We are drinking thankfully. Pindar's Winter White. It is a delicious blend of their Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, and Cayuga.
Could not be more perfect.
Right?
You know, Winter White is their best-selling brand.
It is. Because it is really delicious.
Yeah. And you know what? I think a lot of people don't realize that winter is for white wine too.
Yeah.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It can still be refreshed. It's just good. It's a perfect blend. It's not too citrusy or something.
Is semi-sweet and refreshingly well balanced with floral aromas. Enjoy it chilled as an, or
as a what?
I don't know this word.
What does it say? It's chilled. Aperitif? Yeah.
Never even heard of that.
As a chilled aperitif? Yeah.
Okay. Or with a wide variety of foods, including summer salads and shellfish.
I love you, Sharon.
I know.
I love it.
I miss Long Island Wine Country's sponsorship.
I know, where you struggle to read.
I botch all the...
it's great. I love it. I think it's part of our brand. I love it.
It's funny. So this is delicious and very well needed.
Yeah, after this week. And so thank you to Pindar. In case you don't know, Pindar is the vineyard is like one of the oldest vineyards on Long Island.
Right.
It's one of the originals, and it's probably one of the largest distribution.
Yeah.
And it's named after Pindar, the owner. Everyone's like, what's his name? I'm like, his name is Pindar.
I know. They don't understand.
But his dad started it, but they named the vineyard after him when he was little. And it's a family-owned business here on Long Island.
Right on Long Island.
And started by Dr. Damianos. And it's really great. And they make great wine. So thank you, Pindar Vineyards and Long Island Wine Country, for the taste of the week. Okay, so what else was I going to talk about? One more thing for New Year's, which I wrote down and we didn't get to last week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I find this interesting. It's probably really stupid. But the New York Times says that tamarind, the spice, will dominate 2024.
Tamarind. Why?
I don't know. I didn't read the whole article, obviously, Sharon. I just read the
weird.
headline and I was like, what the heck is tamarind?
Right?
And why will it dominate?
I don't know.
I guess they do that
funny.
I think they do it every year. They look at like the word and the spice and
Right.
the trends
What's
and whatever.
trending, yeah.
So get out and get yourself some tamarind and figure out what to use it in because it's dominating. Okay, so what else is going on?
Give me some spice. We need it.
Yeah, I was like, tamarind. I've never used tamarind
I'm like
in
thinking
anything.
turmeric when...
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, I don't know
that's
anything
funny,
about
tamarind.
it. What else happened this week? Anything? Oh,
I feel like this is the longest week ever because you know what happens?
Yeah.
When we have we came back from break and we like hit the ground running, like you said, and then we have Martin Luther King Day coming up
Next week, yeah.
Next week, and I feel like when you have a 3-day weekend coming up, that week before is so long.
yes. Especially
Every day I woke up.
It was like the first week back, which was nuts.
Nuts.
Like I said, I was laughing. I realized laughing about the space shuttle analogy.
I'm dying.
I'm like, so true. Everyone's been sick.
Yeah. It's
Our
just
poor
so-
Michael was out
I
sick
know.
yesterday. Did you hear that Michael and Jackson got a new puppy? Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Peaches.
I'm obsessed.
She is like, and she's like that color in real life, right? Like there's no filter.
So
Gorgeous.
it's Peaches the puppy, right?
Peaches in Brooklyn is her.
Okay, so you can follow Peaches on Instagram, of course, because Michael is a social media, guru. It's at Peaches in Brooklyn, and you can follow her.
When he sent, he posted that, I was like, oh my God, this baby. It's like having a baby.
It's really,
And then he came in and
cutest.
he's like, kudos to all you moms.
Having a puppy, yeah.
Having a puppy. I'm like, it's like having a brand new baby.
Michael, you got to sign up for Bring Your Dog to Work Day
Yes, when she gets her
when she's not
bathroom.
peeing everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, you can set up a puppy pad, right?
Yeah.
So
To bring a few.
we need to see Peaches while she's a puppy, though.
I need to smell that puppy breath.
Ew.
Puppy breath is so cute.
Ew.
Dog breath is gross.
Oh my God.
Both are bad.
Michael says both are
I
bad.
don't know puppy breath.
That's weird. Any breath. I don't know. I don't want to
You're
smell
weird.
any breath. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds weird to me, crunchy. But I love Peaches, and it's so cute. It's very domestic. I wonder what comes next for Michael. He's like pointing in. Okay, I won't put that out there because I don't want to put any pressure on Jackson. But so also this past weekend, I sent Kenzie back to Arizona State.
That's right. Oh.
Which is always horrible. It's less horrible.
Yeah.
Every time.
It
Because
gets
she's
easier
excited.
each time. Yeah.
It's funny. Penelope was at dinner last night and I was like, are you excited to go back? She goes back this weekend and she's like, I can't wait to go back to Chicago. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I was like, back. And then she's like, I'm going to miss the dogs though. I'm like, again.
That's who she's going to
And
miss.
she's just laughing. But I dropped Kenzie off at the airport and it was just me and Thomas dropped her off. And I was like, oh, because the second semester is harder because it's longer. Although it goes really fast. Everyone's really busy. And then it's summer. And she's applying for a study abroad program afterwards.
Oh.
I just don't, south of France.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. So anyway, so I felt I was like really down in the dumps and at JFK and we're pulling away. And I was like, I just hate doing this. And I was feeling really sad. And Thomas was like, we have been needing a new couch for like years.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, years. Our couch is gross.
Right.
It's raised 5 teenagers.
And how many
It
dogs?
has seen and multiple dogs. My couch has seen too much.
Yes.
Okay. It needs to go away. And I moved it from Arizona. So it's seen a lot. And we've been looking at couches for like 2 years. So he's like, why don't we stop at Americana, Manhasset? Because, I love Cipollini.
Oh.
And there's Crate and Barrel there. So yeah, retail therapy. I mean, don't ever discount
He's
it.
a good man. He knows.
Bought a new couch.
I love that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When does it come in?
God bless to the salesperson at Crate and Barrel because I think her name was Andy. We sat on every single couch for like a long time. We went through every single.
Yeah.
We were like this one, and we already kind of knew what we want. It was horrible. The poor woman, we tortured her, and then we had her do at least 25 configurations of how it would work out. I don't know, a few weeks.
Yeah. 6 weeks.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna freak out the first time the dog gets
Near
muddy
it.
paws
Yeah.
or do you know I can't. Also, getting rid of our couch right now is going to be a nightmare. The amount of probably like forks and cups that we find in there and underneath it. The kids it's crazy. It's like a dishwasher.
Yeah. You'll find like remotes to things that you don't even know
I
existed.
remember when we moved from my rental house into our house now, we moved the couch and I was like, here's all the socks. All the
missing
that
socks.
we've missed. There were 20 pairs, like not pairs, but like individual socks.
Yeah. That's so
Like,
funny.
there they are under the couch. Anyway, so
I'm literally missing like my entire steak knife set. I don't know what happens. I should check the couch.
100%. The kids, they're not supposed to eat on the couch,
No, but I have no idea. I'm
but they
like,
do. And then they leave their silverware like falls in the thing.
yeah.
And they position their cups in between the cushions.
Yeah. What?
Just
At
delicately
what age
balanced.
do they know that? Because like my kids do that. They like know where to put their.
I don't know what
little
age
sippy
they
cups.
learn it, but I will tell you right now, they never unlearn that.
Right, and they don't take it away.
Yeah. They come back. Kenzie's like, I'm such a neat freak in my dorm and blah, blah. I'm like, what? What?
Are
you
you
come to
really?
my house and your crap is everywhere. Anyway, so, that was good. We got a new couch. It's very exciting.
That's exciting.
It's going to be a nightmare getting our couch out of the house. Thomas said that
You
when
should
we
put it in the basement.
no, it doesn't fit. I don't know how we're going to. Thomas said when we moved in, I didn't remember this because we had, college hunks move us in.
Yeah.
And he was like, I asked, you had to leave the room because the amount of marks that they put on the wall pushing this it's a giant sectional of like brown leather. He's like, remember all those
my
brown
God.
marks on the wall that we had to get? I'm like, no, I've blocked that out.
Yeah.
He's like, so I don't know. He's like Grandpa Mark. I think he's going to take like a chainsaw to it.
Oh, okay.
I was going to put it on the curb, but
Curb alert. But I
Curb
think
alert.
It won't fit down there.
no. And we have a couch down there.
Oh, okay.
But it's time to go.
It's time to say goodbye.
It's time to say goodbye. I would be happy to put it on the curb for somebody else's journey.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't think we can get out of the house
I'm trying to
without
think.
marking
Yeah.
up all the walls again. Anyway, whatever. So that was the big news is that after 2 years of shopping and thinking about it,
You finally
and debating,
settled.
we finally got one.
Oh,
It's a
that's
big
amazing.
decision.
It is because it's a big investment.
It
and
is.
It's supposed to last you a long
It's
time.
supposed to last, at least a decade.
I literally had to take my door frame out of my house when my couch was delivered because same thing, Wayfair did it. I ordered it on Wayfair. Don't ever order a couch online. So stupid.
Why?
First of all, it's not real.
Oh.
Like, what it's
What you see and what you get?
Yeah. And it was expensive. It was a big
Yeah.
purchase. It wasn't like, Bob's discount. It was expensive.
Yes.
And I literally will never live that down. because I ordered it online.
Yep.
And then they came, I had my brother come, like Wayfair I paid for the installation and like the white glove service, and they couldn't get it through the door frame. So I'm like, I have my couch on my front lawn, and I'm like, what the heck do I do now?
Right.
They asked me, do you want me to take it back and we can figure, you can figure it. I'm like, no, I have no couch right now. Like there's no couch. And so
My couch is on the curb.
it's literally like, I think I gave my old couches away knowing it was being delivered that night. I'm like, take it. I did. I gave them to somebody, my babysitter. So she took them, whatever.
You're like, can I have those back?
Turns out. But so then I wound up calling my brother because I don't know where Dan was. For some reason, I had to call my brother and his best friend. And they came in and they took the door frame out of my house in order to get the couch in. It was like a big sectional.
You're scaring me.
So they put it in two sections, and then they finally put it together. But same thing, brown stuff all over the wall because it was like that brown leather. But
Yes.
mine was fake. It's like that leather look.
Oh, now let me tell you, this part, I was like, now this is the fabric. Which one has this fabric? Then let's go sit on that.
Yeah.
Because you want, because you can
gotta feel the
customize it.
fabric.
You can,
Okay.
but I'm excited. But also, I kind of find that I understand the olden days where people would put plastic on it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to put plastic on it.
And your whole house is going to be covered in plastic.
Yeah. Well, my freaking chairs for my dining chairs, they're already like stained up. I'm like,
I know.
I really wish I could cover my house in plastic.
Yeah.
I am that 1950s housewife at this
Yeah.
point.
You're like Ray Romano's mom.
I don't know who that. Yeah, I don't remember. But yes, if she wants everything covered in plastic,
Everybody loves
absolutely.
Raymond?
Yes, of course.
that show?
I just never watched it.
Oh my God, you should watch it.
But I definitely, if I want to cover it in plastic, why don't we should bring that back? Where do I get the plastic covers for my cushion? Okay, so but I do love that about Long Island, that you can find some amazing stuff on the curb. We've talked about this in one of our first episodes.
Yeah.
But that is really a unique thing to Long Island.
I know. I think that's funny. Because like my in-laws used to come visit and they'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to rent a U-Haul next time I come because of someone else's trash is your treasure.
No, you can get like amazing paintings.
Yeah. Didn't you find a treadmill?
I found a treadmill and an elliptical. What was the name? It was like the famous treadmill. Oh, I found a Stairmaster. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
A Stairmaster brand Stairmaster. I also have from the curb, by the way, one of those full basketball shooting games in my basement. God. A giant one.
That's amazing.
Like that you would see at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's in my basement. It was on the curb. I'm like, what?
But I wonder, do people I don't know.
They just get something new.
Yeah.
And I remember I was talking to somebody that was Long Islander, and I was like, this is so, when I first moved here, I'm like a Weber grill.
Yeah.
I have this patio furniture that Thomas got off the curb when I was in my rental house, and then it just, like, the straps were loose, so then he just tightened them. Mm-hmm. I drive by my rental house all the time. It's still there. It's still on the front porch. I can still see it. I'm like, the new owners kept it. It's like the stuff you get is quality.
Yeah, it's funny.
And this person I was talking to, Long Islander, he was like, yeah, this is Long Island giving back to Long Island. That's what we do. Yeah. Oh, this is Michael's so good at this. So you should write in. Yeah. We'll put something on Instagram, like what's the best thing you've ever gotten from the curb on Long Island? I'm telling you. Like the other thing I think is interesting is you'll see people throw out their Christmas trees with the base still on it. Mm-hmm. They're like, nah, I'm not going to go through the hassle of taking that. I'll just buy a new one next year.
Right, because they're cheap enough. Or they're like, forget this real Christmas tree. We'll get a fake one next year.
Probably. Yeah, you're probably right, Sharon. So I love that about Long Island, the curb alerts, and you can get some good stuff if you know those days, especially.
Yeah.
So you can come by my neighborhood in the next 4 weeks if you want a very, very, very worn, smelly couch.
On the curb, waiting for you to pick it up.
I know. Okay, but it's also Wellness Month, Sharon.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of I need some wellness right now.
Yeah.
I was literally just texting back and forth with Dr. Michelle Reed because of the news about Nassau. And
she read it.
She and her husband Scott both wrote me, and they're like, "You're amazing. We just want to tell you
that's awesome.
You're so awesome."
Yeah.
Everything. I was like, oh, "Thank you." And it's just so sweet.
She's going to be on the pod this month.
I know. I told her, I'm like, I can't wait to see you.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks. I need some of that Dr. Michelle Fit Doc energy.
She's so good.
I'm excited. And she's always got, if you follow Dr. Michelle Reed or the Fit Doc, She's got some great tips.
Yeah, she really
on her
does.
podcast and on her website. So, and her Instagram. But we have another new member. This one is a new member. Did you see this one? The Joy of Acupuncture.
Oh, I love her.
We met her at our gala.
Yeah.
And she keeps saying, we need to go get acupuncture.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. She is hysterical because her last name is Moy.
Joy Moy.
And she's like, I married my husband just so my name could be Joy Moy.
Joy Moy.
I love her.
She had, you know what? Again, she just had great energy.
She's like so energetic, and I love that. And so she's located in Huntington, and she does the Joy of Acupuncture. It's acupuncture and integrative medicine, offers natural, innovative solutions for pain and microneedling facial treatments that rejuvenate your skin.
Have you ever had acupuncture?
No, it scares me.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
have
sure it does.
tattoos and things like I'm not afraid of needles.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yes.
I'm actually a really good blood giver. Like
Oh,
they're like, wow, you have really good veins. Acupuncture scares me.
okay. Then we have to do it.
Yeah.
I've done it. I've done it only once. And it's
I think it's more of like a patience thing. Like I can't sit there.
no, but it's like a massage.
Oh.
I mean, because you're laying down like you're getting a massage or
Right.
something. So it's very relaxing. And you've got the music and it's very, so it's not like getting your eyelashes done where you're like, laying there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's very, it's very relaxing.
Right.
So we'll have to do it. In fact, we'll have to do it so that you can explain it because I was also very scared before
Right.
I had it done the first time. And I think that's a very common response
Right.
because people see it and you're like, oh my God, what is it? It's really great.
Okay.
And I do, I'm a skeptic about a lot of things, but I actually do believe that it can
acupuncture?
change the energy in your body and it can move things around.
All right.
I mean, it's really cool.
I love it.
So now Joy, we're going to come see you.
Yes. Salty Soul Yoga. This
Yeah.
is interesting.
I saw the pictures that Michael and Bree put up on Instagram. I kind of need to do it.
Yeah.
I need to do it.
Yeah. Stand-up paddleboard yoga with classes at indoor pools throughout winter, which that's incredible. Indoor pools.
It looks so cool.
It's so fun.
It's because, you know what? You're looking for something to do in the winter.
Yeah.
And if you can't be outdoors on your paddleboard, and it also helps you to learn how to like get ready for paddleboard
Right.
season.
Exactly. And to be able to do this in
If you can do yoga on a paddleboard, you can paddleboard
Girl.
on the Long Island Sound.
yes. And then it does outdoor locations during the summer. What else we have? We have Mind, Body, and Crystals in Farmingdale. This metaphysical supply store. Healing crystals can boost mood and heighten self-awareness.
I've got all the crystals going in my office right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
They're all there.
Just keep
They're in my
touching them.
purse. They're in my purse. They're on my desk. And then there's the Spirit and Soul Studio that we always talk about.
Yeah.
That Bree did an LITV. Bree and Chris did an LITV on. By the way, that store looks adorable. The LITV
Yeah. Speaking of Zen.
is oh my
That's
God,
like-
the cute stuff in there though. I mean, it's really amazing what they have in there. And I saw it on Instagram, on our Instagram, and
Yeah.
people were flipping out, or maybe it was TikTok. I can't remember, but people were like, oh my God, the store is amazing. It's my favorite store. I love it.
Yeah.
I really think it's something you can find. I think it's like a little store of treasures.
Right. Everybody can find something peaceful
I
there.
love it. And that is in Babylon. Yeah. And that's Spirit and Soul Studio. So there's no matter what kind of wellness you're looking for. And if you look at our Instagram and our TikTok, Michael and Bree put a whole bunch of other things, a bunch of spas, a bunch of, hotels and resorts on Long Island. So
You know what I'm looking forward to?
oh, what?
The sea and saltwater spa in Gurney's.
Are you going to go back?
I'm going to try. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to find the time, but I just loved that spa.
I know you did. I
It
know.
was like,
How could you not?
how could you, that pool?
It's
Even
beautiful.
just to like,
Do you think they do this stand-up paddleboarding there?
I don't know.
Yoga?
I wonder.
Mm.
They're hiring, by the way. Did you see that?
Is that my new job? I'm going to go lead stand-up paddleboarding. I'm going to...
Michael Nutter might scoop you up. I mean,
yeah, that would be, can you... Oh my God. By the way, when I was in, before Kenzie left, we went to the city again, real quick, one more time.
Yeah.
Just when it was snowing, the day of the big storm.
Oh, yeah.
And it was snowing. And so they had to get all their Instagram pictures of New York City in the snow.
It's magical. It
really
truly is.
It really is. And I walked by my Pure Barre studio that is, did I tell you this? It's my lottery dream. I was kind of talking about my lottery dream.
Yeah.
There
When did we
is.
talk about this?
So I think I talked about it in one of the last podcasts when we were talking about the lottery.
Yeah.
And I determined my dream is always to open up a Pure Barre studio.
Right.
But here I am. I swear to God, there's something calling me on this. I need to look into it. So whenever we go to the city, we have to walk down Cornelia Street. obviously,
T Swizzle.
because of Taylor Swift, because she'll never walk Cornelia Street again after breaking up with Joe.
Yeah.
And her house was there. And you can tell there's like girls everywhere taking pictures on Cornelia Street,
that's funny,
right?
yeah.
I mean, there's like everyone taking pictures
Yeah.
of Cornelia Street in front of T Swift's house. And so we were one of those people. And it ends at Bleecker. And so and then we turn the corner. So pretty much right on the corner of Bleecker and Cornelia Street it's closed, but it's a Pure Bar.
Yeah.
So it's Pure Bar, the sign's up, the wall's up, the branding's up, everything's there ready to roll.
Right.
But
They just need a studio owner.
they just need me.
Yeah.
On the corner of Bleecker and Cornelia.
What are you
Can
waiting
you
for?
imagine? What could be more perfect? I know. So this might be my new job. I know. Or my passion. Because
Your
I actually,
passion.
yeah. Anyway, so, and this is my other thing, I think I told you. I was like, I finished the Platinum Challenge last year. And I was like, oh, and it was just such a thing in December, finishing it during the holidays, blah, blah. And then Kenzie's like, thank God, please don't do it again.
Do not sign up for it again.
Here I am. I did it.
Signed right up.
I did a double last night, although it helped.
Well, this is your therapy, right? This is your...
After the news came out about our contract, a good friend of ours, Regina, was like, let's meet for drinks after and let's just vent. I'm like, you know what? I have a double
Sorry, can't.
at bar. I was like, talk to you later. Thank you. It's very sweet, but that's, speaking of wellness,
Yeah.
that's a better choice.
Right.
Right? Go
Right.
do something and just work it out, get a little sweat on. And I did. I felt better.
You did? Good.
Oh, yeah, I always do.
Good.
I'll be there tonight. I'm insane. But it's not like if I don't set that goal and that challenge for myself,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what it is. Do you do that? Like,
No, I set them and don't.
but I think once
make
you
'em.
start, I think once you become with any fitness regimen or with any diet, like people that are on Whole30 or people that are vegan or people that decide to go
Yeah.
any direction, they get on it and then they can't. Once you're on that train,
Yeah, exactly.
it becomes like
yeah.
an obsession. I'm trying to get over the obsession, but I don't know how to. Also, maybe instead of doing that this weekend, we can do something fun, such as, I'm here for this, Sharon. The CM Performing Arts Center has Footloose, the musical.
I know. I love that. They're located in Oakdale, and we love them. They're such great partners.
I love them.
She's so cute.
I know.
But Footloose, heck yeah.
You know what? Talk about feel good.
Yeah.
And the music is good, and it's so upbeat and high energy.
Exactly.
Footloose. I love that.
You know who's celebrating an anniversary is Sparkling Pointe Vineyards. It's their 20th anniversary legacy tasting
Okay.
in Southold.
I need to do that. I need to do that.
Sparkling Pointe.
I have not been to Spark. I tried to stop. I was out there one time, and I tried to stop at Sparkling Point with, I can't remember who I was out there with, and they had just closed. Who was I
That's so
with? I
frustrating.
literally walked in because the open sign was still out, but they had just closed. And I think it was my sister.
Right.
And I pulled in and I was like, Sparkling Point. And they were like, we just closed. And they were so nice about it. They're like, would you like to buy something to go? You know, we'll still open for you. They were wonderful. I just love Sparkling Point.
Yeah, I do too. They do like delicious. I can't think of it now.
Tastings, flights. What?
Yes. One of their wines is like superb.
Oh.
I mean, it all is, but
Well,
one of
I
them
think
is
they're
my
like
favorite.
the most award winning. Anyway, their 20th anniversary, happy anniversary, Sparkling Point, because they're amazing. Okay, so I have to tell you about this. Also, so that's on Friday. On Saturday night, the Monster Truck.
I need to go.
Monster Truck Live.
Yeah.
Is at Nassau Coliseum. Okay, so when Tegan was little, so Kenzie was always like, Princess, Kesha, crazy. Tegan wore, when she was little, she was different. She wore like camouflage cargo shorts.
Yep.
She was obsessed with Cars, the movie. I think it's to this day her favorite movie, Cars. And we would go to Cars Land. She loved it. She was obsessed. She was like a little tomboy. She was obsessed with monster trucks.
Right.
So I was like, okay, let's go see Monster Trucks. It is awesome.
It's so
It
much
is
fun.
amazing. We bought her, they have these headphones
Yeah, to,
that look
like,
like
noise
giant
canceling.
18-wheel tires.
I love it.
Look like big tires.
Aw.
And then we loved it. So we would go every year
Yeah.
when the kids were little. And you get to go down before and you get to walk around all the
that's
trucks
awesome.
and you get to meet the drivers, and there's always like a female driver. And so we
Right.
would go to like the female driver, and then it was like grave diggers
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like I tell you, if you've never been and you have, especially if you have kids that are like into trucks or anything like that, it is, you do need earplugs.
Mm-hmm.
It's so loud. It shakes your whole body.
Right.
But it's fun. It's just fun to watch a truck just crush a bunch of cars. I got to tell you, I love it.
Dan actually went with my nephews when they were growing up year after year. And we've yet to take our kids because it's just like
Braden would love it. I'm telling you, watching a bunch of trucks jump up and smash and then tip over because they went over, they went too high and then they flip over and it's all very safe. But it's like it's hilarious.
I know. We're going to be skiing this weekend, so I can't.
Oh, good for you. Where are you going?
We go to this Pennsylvania. We're going to this little resort. It's not a resort. It's like a privately owned Airbnb.
Oh, good for you.
Community. It's called the Hideout.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really, I think it's good for the kids because it's like a smaller hill. They have their own private hill.
Okay.
And since they're still learning, like Braden doesn't necessarily need school, ski school. I'm still going to put him in just for safety reasons. But Ev can start ski school now.
I'm so into skiing right now. I want to go skiing so bad.
Yeah.
But I was just saying this. I was telling the girls, and I was like, I want to go skiing. And Tegan's like, I don't know why you want to go skiing so bad because they want to go somewhere on the beach. They want to go tropical.
Right.
And she's like, last time we went skiing, Thomas fell on the ice and like ripped off half of his back.
Oh.
And I was like, they're like, you're going to break a hip. He's going to get hurt. And I'm like,
oh my God.
So, and he did. Like, I couldn't remember. We were at Wyndham Mountain and
I love Wyndham.
But I love it. But it was towards the end. Last year wasn't a great year.
It wasn't
a
good
icy.
year. Yeah. It was super cold and windy every time we went.
It was so windy and icy and whatever. And so we had gone a couple times and it's my fault. I was like, let's do one more time. Because of course I'm insane.
Right.
And I can't just let it go. Let's do one more run. And we didn't. We were trying, he didn't make the turn at the very end. We were like done. And he slipped and it was complete ice and he hit his head. And then in his in typical fashion, doesn't say like, oh, I was like, are you okay? No problem. We get into the locker room and we're like changing, taking our skis off. And he's like, hey, is this bleeding at all? He lifts his shirt up and I almost passed out. I was like ski patrol.
Gosh.
Tegan was like, I screamed in the entire locker room.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like he needed a skin graft. I just couldn't even believe it. I was like, if that happened to me, I would not be moving from that. I would need to be carried down in a stretcher, okay, from the mountain. He just like went with it. Like, is this? Do you see? And I was like,
he's probably frozen. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. So anyway, I was like, but I want to go skiing.
I'm with the girls though. Like, I want to be somewhere tropical. My sister's in Punta Cana now for a trade show.
That's where you went, right? Did you?
My God. Did you go to Secrets?
Secrets.
It's just adult only. Like that.
Girl.
It's like Breezes. Breezes is one. It is like the family version, and Secrets is the adult only. She's sending me pictures every day, and I'm like, oh, are you kidding?
Oops.
What happened?
Just dropped my phone. It seems amazing. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Does it seem? Yeah, Punta Cana.
Ugh.
I mean, I like both.
Yeah.
I've never been a skier until I moved to Long Island in New York.
I love that.
And because I think I can do this. Like Wyndham.
Yeah.
It's friendly.
Exactly.
I went to Whiteface and I was like, I'll never do that again.
Yeah. Did you hear about the avalanche in Utah?
I just heard something about that.
So sad.
What happened?
Was it a snow avalanche?
I just saw some headline. That's crazy. Okay. So you won't be here for monster trucks, but next year you've got to go.
I know. And I think they go to UBS later too. Monster trucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's where. Oh, do they? They do go back and forth.
Like they travel.
Okay. Yeah.
So I will get them this season.
Braden will love it. Please trust me. Okay. And then Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. They have a film screening of Heart and Soul, a Kennedy Vance film in Stony Brook.
Yes. And then Jake's 58 Casino has a weekend earn and get. I don't know. They've been doing so many promotions.
They
at Jake's
really
58.
have.
Every like every hour on the hour we're giving stuff away. I'm like, whoa.
Right? Win up to $5,000 if you're like, I want to go.
I need that Pure Bar Studio, Jake's 58. So I got to get in there.
Yes.
And then Planting Fields has a winter wellness children's workshop.
Yeah.
Wellness is not just for adults. Your children need wellness too.
Story time under the stars in the Vanderbilt Museum on Sunday, January 21st. And that's in Centerport.
Yeah, Vanderbilt Museum. I love that because they have that planetarium.
I love it.
It's really cool.
It is
and
really
it's
cool.
beautiful. If you ever need like pictures taken,
Or Zen.
yeah,
Just go there.
Also, you know, it's a great place for winter pictures. If you're doing engagement or whatever, it is beautiful there
It
in
is
the winter.
beautiful. Yeah, because it's all bare. Like
It's like
the trees are
like,
bare.
It's got this like mysterious look and feel.
Mystic.
Not everything looks good in the winter when it's kind of gray and mysterious, but Vanderbilt does.
It's
Vanderbilt.
gorgeous.
Anyway,
It is
we
gorgeous.
love Vanderbilt Museum. Okay, so we're getting close to the end. Do you have some celebrity?
Well, no, I don't. thought it
Okay,
was good.
so one thing I will tell you is I was listening to Howard Stern. Did you know Howard Stern got
Had
COVID?
COVID.
For the first time?
Yeah.
I know. He's fine.
He's fine.
But he's a crazy person.
Yeah.
Right? So he's like super dramatic about the COVID and he's still like, oh. Anyway, but he's back. But they were fully making fun of Amy Robach and TJ whatever's podcast.
Were they? Oh my God, that's funny.
I haven't listened to it lately, but apparently it's like I knew the first one would be about their relationship, but I thought they might cover like they're news anchors. So
Right.
I thought they might go to like, I don't know.
Newsworthy stuff.
Yeah, newsworthy things because they're competent, like qualified news anchors and they could do their own show. But apparently their entire podcast is about their relationship. And so it's bad. It's bad. And Howard Stern and Robin were making fun of it so much. And it was like, they've already slept a night apart one night
Oh my God.
because apparently he didn't like to go to bed. They were like, there was alcohol involved. And we'll tell you, we did spend the night apart out of something really petty because he didn't want to go to bed. And Howard Stern's like, next week, we'll hear about what happened when he didn't unload the dishwasher. Like, who cares? You know what I mean?
But it was probably one of those, you go to bed.
Literally.
No, you go to bed.
Well, she was like, anyway, whatever it is, who cares?
That is so funny.
But Robin's like, they're in trouble. They're already fighting. And it's not, their relationship was exciting for a minute, but
Right.
like also now just go back to your profession, your expertise.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let's be real.
As you and I just talked about our lives for an entire hour. Okay, couple of other things I thought would be interesting. So I was watching Kelly and Mark. This is just not really celebrity, but Kelly and Mark were talking, and Kelly had read this survey, the study.
Okay.
Michael, tell me if this is true. Nearly half of all men think they could land a plane in a crisis.
Oh my God, the plane would crash.
I just love,
I actually heard that before.
I just love that male energy. That's like, I could do that.
Yeah.
You know, sure, I could do it.
It's funny.
I have more male energy in my. I feel like I could probably do it. if I could get past the initial like frozen shock and horror that I was going to plummet to my death,
Right.
and and work my way up to the. You might be able to, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like a video game, right? I don't know.
We have more. Yeah, I just think that is hilarious. Okay, so did you watch the Golden Globes?
No.
Oh, I did. It was good.
It was good?
I thought it was good.
So I heard there was like, that's why I was like, I don't know if I have celebrity. Who was the MC?
Oh, some comedian.
And he was like bashing America's speech.
He kind of, you're the comedian. You're supposed to kind of bash everything.
Right. Yeah.
But people didn't like it because they felt like he was picking on the female. He bashed on Barbie. He bashed on Taylor Swift.
Right.
He bashed on, it just, but comedians, they can't win. Apparently he got the gig 10 days prior to
I'm
going
sure
on.
they can't find anybody.
He was like, they asked, he's like, listen, 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, people, he's like, lower your expectations.
I love that.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
But I loved the fashion. I thought Taylor Swift looked amazing. She was wearing this amazing green dress. And I'm like, what? The green is an interesting color. And Tegan's like, duh, it's because her Reputation album is coming out and it's green for snake. Like everybody knows.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I know. I was like, okay. But Succession won a lot. You haven't watched Succession, have
That's
you?
why I didn't watch the Golden Globes because I don't watch a lot of TV.
You've got to watch Succession, Sharon.
Yeah.
It is so good.
That's what, I was like, let's put it on. And Dan's like, we won't know anything that's being awarded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're right.
It's so great. And it's all about New York and New York
Yeah.
City. And a lot of it's filmed on Long Island.
Yeah. Did you see, like, we were talking about the movie Leave the World Behind?
Yeah.
And what was the other one that was filmed on Long Island? They were talking about, Newsday did a whole article.
Oh,
of
yeah,
all
the Jennifer
homes.
Lawrence one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one in the Jennifer Lawrence one, which was, I can't remember what it was called, but that was all about Montauk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
It's so funny.
I know, a lot of the shows are filmed here, but Succession one, I didn't watch Oppenheimer, but I was glad that Barbie won.
Me too. She was adorable.
It was really good.
Yeah.
So I thought the Golden Globes were fun, and their ratings are back.
They are.
Yeah, finally.
So maybe next year they won't have to wait 10 days before to get a host.
Exactly. I'm going to end on one anxiety thing.
Okay.
Which I can't handle, this litigious society that we live in.
Right.
Did you hear that a lady sued Reese's candy?
No.
Yeah. She sued Reese's because the candies don't actually have the, quote, cute pumpkin face that's on the picture of the package. On the package, it looks like a pumpkin face. And when you open it, it's just a chocolate, like pumpkin shaped. It doesn't have the cutout for the eyes and the nose.
Oh,
she sued Reese's for millions of dollars.
And she got it?
I don't know.
That's
Just
ridiculous.
like, you know what? Is that it?
Right? Like, this is
that
what
what
you have time?
society has boiled down to?
Starbucks is being sued too for something similar, like the drinks, something with their drinks. I saw that on News 12. Speaking of anxiety, I don't know if this is, we may or may not cut this, but I like literally was watching News 12 and they were like, every 15 minutes they loop it. And they're like, house fire in Setauket. Oh. And then they said the street name. And I'm like texting you. I'm like, please.
Yeah, you're so. Yeah, that was crazy. That was wild this weekend. We were watching a movie and then you hear 1, 2, 3 like fire trucks go down our road. And our road is not a main road.
Right.
So we were like, okay.
And they did like an aerial satellite. And
yes,
it was
and
like
it looks
right.
You can tell in the neighborhood. And then we could see them start to get backed up. So we all went out in the patio. We're like, or on the porch. We're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm with my wine glass, like, what's
going on?
And usually when the fire trucks or emergency vehicles go through our neighborhood, they don't play the sirens,
right? Because it's like really quiet. The reason for that.
This
siren,
was crazy, and there was a fire, a few houses down, like an electrical fire.
Oh my gosh!
And people were not there, so nobody was hurt. Thank goodness. So Finnegan has a radio, like a police radio, and I'm like, Finnegan, get your radio out. We were all
Funny
like,
enough, you say that. Yeah. The kids have walkie-talkies, right? And they pick up the fire and the police. What is that called?
Yeah, I don't know, the radio.
Yeah.
The alert system.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then like you can hear them talking to each other. It's wild. And like my kids are like,
we used to have those in high school when I was in West Texas. Everybody had police radios. Back when you had like radar detectors. Do you remember you had radar detectors in your car?
Yeah.
Anytime there was somebody with a police with a radar, you could slow down.
Yeah.
But we had everybody had police radios when I was in high school, and we would always have somebody was like designated in different times to sit next to it to hear if the police knew that we were having a party.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And they'd be like, they're coming.
Smart.
Everybody's score. And then we had the next party already planned.
So
like,
funny.
and they were like, the police are coming. Everybody go.
Run.
And then we would all leave and we were like,
funny.
next party. And then we would just circle back in like 45 minutes. Circle back.
This is a police chase for a party.
This is Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
If you saw Friday Night Lights, that's where I went to school. So
that's funny.
Anyway, so listen, it was a great episode. There's a lot of wellness things to do. There's so much to do on Long Island this weekend. I loved the TikTok that our team did with the Taylor Swift meme from Golden Globes, like kind of snubbing, saying that Long Island is just a summer destination because we are not.
Absolutely.
We are also a winter destination.
Yep.
There's so much to do. And that TikTok went viral, by the way. It has like 60,000 views.
It's amazing.
And so we're here to help you. Make sure, if you have something for us to talk about, make sure you send it to us at SpillTheTea, right? At discoverlongisland.com.
Yep.
And, or just DM us
or call us
at Long Island Tea Podcast, or you can leave us a voicemail. And we're here to talk about you. So thanks for your support. Please feel free to send us a little shot of encouragement, a little note. Yeah, we could use it. But Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.